Hello dear listener, and welcome to Mark and Paul's Opinion Hour, a bi-weekly-ish podcast where the truth is chiselled from the stone of ambiguity. I'm Mark Barron, and sat across my attic studio on my broken IKEA sofa is my best pod pal Paul Claydon. And lo, what is this I see before me? Could it be? Yes, it is. For an MPOH first, we have a third warm body in the studio with us today, with his gain turned up to the max to try and inject some dynamism into his otherwise dull delivery. It's only bloody relative of the pod, Quizman Neil. In today's episode, Paul, Neil and I will be shooting some red-hot opinions down your pod tube about, of all things, UK holidays. What's the good? What's the bad, and what's the ugly? I'm looking at you, Weston-super-Mare. With an extended live quiz round, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you this simple offering. Let's flog the pod, let's blast the cast. Here we go. It's great to see Neil with us this week. That's a real treat for us, don't you think?
It's great to have... the dynamism that us two bring, it's good to have somebody that just levels that out. Just a normal, everyday guy that's in the studio with us. Yeah.
I'm curious to find out if we're going to give Neil as much shit when we can see the pain in his eyes.
Oh, I will.
Yeah?
I think, yeah, that's fine.
Oh, interesting.
I don't know him as well as you do, so I don't give a shit. If I walk out of here and never see him again, I don't care.
Anyway, welcome to the pod, Neil. How are you feeling today?
Great to be here. Long time listener, first time podder.
This is an especially exciting episode of the pod because not only have we now got the third person in and Neil's going to do us a live quiz,
Boom.
This has only been made possible because we've got the mic gear, we've got the new gear set up. This is our first recording with the new gear.
Well, I imagine people have already figured that out because as soon as you did that intro, people would have been going, my God, the clarity of this, the gain...
The lack of it,
sat here,
as the case may be.
Or lack of it, I don't know.
I'm hoping the sound is going to genuinely be quite good. I've done a few tests, and I'm quite happy with it.
They're going to be shocked. They're going to be people are going to be stopping mid-jog.
But this, in a particularly auspicious episode,
so
there's a lot of new stuff going on. I've got a couple of corrections and confirmations from last pod.
The motoring pod.
Yep. So I've looked up Isaac Asimov's laws of robotics.
Oh, hang on, this is the pod before last pod.
Yeah, well, it sort of came up in the last pod, so this is kind of like a bit of an ongoing...
You're going to get this right at some point, you know.
That's fucking honestly.
But these are his laws of robotics. So, First law, a robot may not injure a human being or, through inaction, allow a human being to come to harm. A pretty obvious one.
Yep.
Law 2, a robot must obey the orders given it by human beings, except where such orders would conflict with the first law.
Right, yeah.
This is watertight so far. Third law.
I mean, it's watertight. It's not entertaining.
Third law. A robot must protect its own existence as long as such protection does not conflict with the first or the second law.
Okay.
This is so watertight. Fourth law. A robot must willingly allow its dance moves to be appropriated by beloved sports personalities.
Okay.
Very important. Fifth law.
Peter Crouch gag, that is, isn't it?
And a what's his name? Mobot.
Oh, yes. Mo Farah.
Mo Farah.
Anyway, go on.
The fifth law, a robot must not gossip with other robots about its master's penis or vagina.
Right.
I was surprised to see that went in there.
No, that is.
And then there's another one, which is called the Zeroth law. Never heard of that before.
Wow.
A robot may not harm humanity by inaction, allow humanity to come to harm. This law was put in later, so that's what Zeroth means, apparently. It's like a law that's brought in later, but it sort of supersedes all the previous ones.
Okay.
Anyway.
Is there not another one which is a robot may not be able to tell 7 sets of traffic lights within a grid of 9?
Yeah, the robot must not sign up for a bank account.
Yeah. Where's the motorbike?
Yeah, where is the motorbike? Do you ever get that one? And it says that bikes, and it's where are the bike? And there's a motorbike, and you don't know whether it's a bike or a motorbike.
No, I've never seen the motorbike one.
Have you not?
I did motorbike one yesterday.
Always.
Yeah,
the
it took me 2
motorbike
goes
one,
to get it.
It's always...
2 goes? Why?
There was more motorbike than I realised to begin with.
That's fine.
And this guy's got a driving licence. Yeah, I always only ever get the stop signs or traffic lights.
Okay, that's all.
Yeah.
I've had bikes before. I think I've had boats.
I think I've had boats and cars.
Boats and cars.
So this came up in the last episode.
Okay.
You accused me of saying pedantic the wrong way.
Yeah.
You remember? And we were like, well, I wonder, we'll have a listen back to the to the tape afterwards. Well, I've actually got that bit of the tape.
Oh, right.
So I'm going to play that now. And I think you said that I said pedantist or something like that.
Yeah, I thought you said pedantist.
This is what I said.
What would you eat in a car? Which is not...
Well, that's what I thought I said until Mr. Pedantic started...
Say that you said Mr. Pedantic.
Say that you said Pedantic. Mr. Pedantic is what I said.
This is irony upon irony.
I know, right?
You have played the...
And that is irony.
You'll have a fucking stenographer in here next week.
Annoyingly, the plural of crematorium is crematoria, so you got that right. So, yeah.
I mean, not everything is a quiz, is it?
Well,
I'm just speaking. I'm just... Yeah,
I've come to the wrong place.
Quiz man. Neil in the corner's like I'm packing his stuff up.
I also feel really bad that in the last episode, I think I suggested that one of your sons smells like an elephant. And when I listened back to that, I thought, oh, God, that's a bit mean of me, wasn't it?
No, he's a teenager.
I don't know. As far as I know, he might smell of victory. But anyway, I don't even know if it was Gus or Monty I said it about, but whoever it was, I do apologise.
One of them.
And, yeah, a snack is a sandwich. And do you know how I know this for a fact?
Oh, Christ, here we go.
I was in Tesco's recently, and that's the sandwich section is called Snacks and something or other. I can't remember exactly what it said.
Snacks and sandwiches.
No, it didn't say snacks and sandwiches. It was like referred to like everything there could have been a snack, and the sandwiches was there.
I absolutely. This is a hill I'm willing to die on. A sandwich is a meal, right? It's a part of a meal. It's a lunch. It's a dinner. It's a meal.
People will grab a sandwich as a snack.
No, I completely disagree.
Well, Neil's like a professional sandwich person because you deal with that.
Oh, there we go. The waitress. I mean, what they do, like foie gras sandwiches and
that
stuff,
sort of thing.
Don't you? And
caviar, oysters, that sort of stuff.
Poke bowls.
Yeah, actually, we did.
I've had a poke bowl from Waitrose this week.
What is a poke bowl?
It's like a bowl that has like rice and sort of avocado, a bit of salad, a bit of like a yuzu dressing. Oh, this isn't doing my working class credentials.
Yeah.
There's a little bit of avocado, and then I think mine had like tuna tartare, like kind of tuna.
It's in the sort of sushi area, isn't it? But it's not actually a sushi.
Yeah.
Where sushi and salad meet.
Exactly, that Venn diagram.
It's not a snack either.
No, it's not a snack. It's a meal.
Right. Well, we're going to have to agree to disagree.
What about cheese?
I don't want to agree to disagree.
What about like a hot sandwich, like a toasty?
Yeah, that could be a snack. You can have like a hot cheese, like a cheese toasty sandwich for a snack for sure.
But what
like a Breville, that's a snack.
A car snack?
If you eat it in a car, sure, by definition.
Don't eat a sandwich in a car as a car snack.
Speaking of food, whilst I was researching for a family Zoom quiz I've got on this weekend,
show off,
blast from the past.
Go on.
I was looking at YouGov surveys, and I came across something that was apropos to something we talked about in our very first episode. And YouGov has done a study, one of which is, what is your favourite way to eat an egg? So it asked UK adults. Annoyingly,
did we do this back in the day? Back in one of the other podcasts?
No, I don't think so. We looked at a YouGov poll about...
We did... No, I mean, eating the eggs. In one of the... Remember, I don't want to bring it up again, the whole best debacle thing.
Yeah.
But we did the best thing to do with an egg.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm bringing this up again.
Right, yeah, sorry, okay, carry on.
In our first episode, we talked about
right,
that.
yes, sorry, it's a throwback.
But in this YouGov survey, it was a three-way tie between scrambled, poached and fried. Each had 24%.
Well, this is our chance now. We've got somebody else in the studio with us.
Yeah.
Neil, give us your egg preference.
I think it's poached. Poached would be my go-to,
and how do you, going back again, how do you poach your egg?
So I just not too much water I think is key. Okay. No more than an inch, maybe an inch and a half at a push.
Okay.
I use white wine vinegar.
Yeah, go on.
And I just carefully place them in. I think
white wine vinegar.
White wine vinegar,
yeah. Okay, yeah, go on.
I think
my middle-class credentials are going to be usurped here.
Yeah.
Go on.
Placing them in very carefully is important. Don't splash them in, just drop.
But there's no vortex created.
No.
Just in.
But I did find your cling film method quite interesting. I haven't tried it. But
it is a good method.
Yeah. I've never heard of that before.
Yeah, well, we'd already had feedback from our friend Steve saying he tried it, he liked it. So I've yet to try it myself, actually.
Yeah, I think my method works 9 times out of 10.
Does it?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Fresh eggs is important.
Public survey
I can't even
broadcasting.
remember what I said. I think I said fried at the time.
Another stat on this, so that was the joint.
We'll never know. He's not going to say.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He hasn't gone back on that.
Sorry, what did you say?
I said fried for mine. What did you say?
Oh, scrambled.
Oh, that's so with the.
Oh, that's the three. The three.
There you go. It's another
big
draw.
ones, the big three.
Big three.
Yeah.
It's almost like, wow, go on.
Annoyingly, other. How do you like to cook your eggs? Other 0. That was the most pointless statistic I've ever seen in a poll. The actual least favourite was hard boiled. That with 5% of recipients answering hard boiled.
It confuses me a little bit when people say hard boiled. Is that the sort of egg that you can like unpeel and then like put in a salad?
Of course it is.
But what about dippy egg?
Well, that's soft boiled.
Oh,
Okay.
that's a thing.
Yeah, that's the whole thing.
Do you really not know that?
No, I didn't.
Wow.
Soft boiled and hard boiled.
Yeah, I mean, we're just a little bit taken.
And you
Neil and
literally
I are a little bit
described-
taken aback.
You literally described exactly what they both were.
Yeah.
I mean, it's obvious. It's obvious now, isn't it?
Yeah, you live and learn, don't you?
Don't you?
I do like hard-boiled eggs to be a tiny, tiny bit runny, though. Just a little bit of runny.
Do they call it jammy in recipes when you get the jammy yolk?
I know what you mean.
Like on a tuna niçoise salad, perhaps.
And annoyingly...
Go on.
Annoying-
He's just trying to prove he's not a normal guy.
Yeah.
That's what all this is doing, all the way through.
Annoyingly, and you'll find this on every YouGov poll, there's always a contingent of the population who don't know. And no matter what question they're asked, they don't know. 4% of the population just don't know what like eggs they like. I mean, I suppose with that, it does make... I mean, if you can't just choose between one or the other, I suppose...
Are they surprising, these people, with these questions? Like, it's like somebody just running up and going... Have you ever seen Billy on the Street? You know, the YouTube Billy Eichner, where he just runs up to people on the street and asks them questions with a celebrity.
3%.
And it's quite shocking sometimes. If you just run up to somebody and go, what's your favourite egg?
Yeah, 98% said, I don't know.
And then it just runs off again. And they just mark that down on their clipboards. Or, I reckon what these YouGov people are doing is what I did for my geography GCSE Central Business District survey, where I went into the middle of Bristol, tried to go up to maybe 3 people, gave up, went to the gallery's food court, and then just sat and made them all out myself.
I did the same thing, but in Yates. Yeah, exactly the same thing.
What I'm going to say is I think the Office of National Statistics is bullshit.
It's pointless, isn't it?
Do you want to explain why you just brought that up for?
I've just brought that up because the other person that we've got in the studio at the moment is Phil, other relative of the pod, so my cousin, Mark's friend, who has helped us choose the different equipment that we're using and figure it out, and how we're going to speak into these microphones and when we can shout and when we can't. And he's sat in the corner, and he may or may not work for the Office of National Statistics.
Oh, the other thing, of course, is that this is Phil of Beetle surfing fame that came up in the last episode. I don't know if you've listened to that episode, Phil, but Beetle surfing kind of came up. Yeah. It came up organically, in all fairness.
It did.
But
I think you can expect a call from the police at some point, though, because that was
quite
possibly shocking.
I don't know if there's a statutes of limitation on driving like an idiot. Yeah. Oh, hang on. Phil might be writing us a message. What does it say?
For not of... What? I can't even... For not of National Statistics... Oh, it's... okay, the Office for National Statistics. Of National... Oh, did it used to be of?
Well, there you go.
For National Statistics. Yeah, that makes sense.
For National Statistics.
That's why you're angry? Fuck me!
Not the Beetle surfing. There's more than one pedant in the room today.
Paul, I needed to ask you about something. So I came across, and I don't know why I hadn't seen it beforehand, but there is one comment on our Apple podcast show that one person has made a comment. Okay. And I won't read the whole comment. It was titled Funny Stuff, which I assume was about the content of the podcast.
Yes.
And it was posted by a PR Claydon. I just wondered if you knew anything about that. Was that...
That's crazy.
A relative or something?
Isn't that weird that somebody's found that with the same initials and last name as me?
When did you write us a glowing review on Apple?
So I think the question is not why I have, but the question is why haven't you?
Because it's a little bit blowing one's own trumpet, isn't it?
Hey, if one's not going to blow one's own trumpet, then nobody else is going to blow it.
In podcast land, you've got to be cool, dude. You got to let them come to you.
I can only apologise. In that case, I'll take it down straight away.
Well, maybe it's just the fact that it's PR Claydon. It's just a little. If you somehow be able to get a different name on it, I mean, we are putting up loads of fake reviews.
Can we get one of those? Is it like the Russian sort of bot armies to just kind of put good reviews on?
Yeah, we could probably get like the chatbot, AI chatbot. We could do that for us these days.
Over and over again.
Yeah, and we should spam all our mailing lists as well.
Yeah. Definitely. Have we got a mailing list?
No. Well,
Okay, then. Okay, good.
that does actually bring me neatly onto my next bit.
Right.
We've had some emails.
Oh!
Wow.
As we've been asking for emails for the last goodness knows how long.
Again, it is a little bit nepotistic because they are from your sons. So this is
both of them.
Yeah, so this is what we've had in. So firstly, so Gus has sent us two. One, he said, "I'm a long-time listener of Mark and Paul's Opinion Hour." I love that.
Nice.
We've obviously been going for 10 episodes, but if you've not listened from the start,
yeah,
then that's as long as you could have been listening.
As long as you can.
And I strongly suggest that the mates talk about the best vehicle. Sincerely, Gus Claydon.
There we go.
So obviously we touched a lot on vehicles last episode, but we didn't really talk about our best vehicle. We just talked about the one.
What is he talking about? Best vehicle?
I thought you
lorry or what?
Tank, surely.
A what?
A tank.
Yeah, that's a pretty good vehicle.
There, done.
It just can we? I mean, maybe we can email him back, or we can get in touch with him somehow.
Yeah, if only we had some way of getting hold of him.
To say, be more specific with your feedback, because that's just.
We've had another one from Gus.
Right.
I'm a long-term listener of Mark and Paul's Opinion. Yep, we've got that.
Yep.
And I strongly suggest.
Oh.
Both times he's strongly suggesting.
Okay.
That the lads talk about the best restaurant. All caps.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Oh, nice.
I believe that this will be
all
highly.
caps.
All caps. The best restaurant.
Okay. Good.
I believe this will be highly amusing to see Mark and Paul talk about this topic. Sincerely, Gus Claydon.
Oh, nice.
But that's actually a legitimately
Sounds
good
a
idea for
I
a
think
future
you guys
episode.
should do that, yeah.
Yeah, it's nice. Okay,
Yeah.
good. Thank you very much.
I mean, we don't want
whoever
to
this person is. Well done.
Yeah. And then we've had one from Monty Claydon.
Okay.
Who's the elder?
Monty.
Monty's the elder.
You sure?
Yeah. Just
Dear Paul and Mark, as Paul's son, so he's immediately fessing up,
Fair.
I feel it is my duty to suggest topics for you to engage in discourse about. One you could try is music. I would love to hear your opinions on the film Cocaine Bear. Okay. So that's another idea. It would make the Queen very proud. Very proud indeed.
There's something that my eldest son, he's a massive monarchist.
Right, okay.
Absolutely fully into it. Today,
we're
recording on the no, it's not Platitubes, is it? What is it? Coronation. They're calling it online. Yeah, today he's been just all day he's been singing the national anthem and saluting a picture of Tommy Robinson.
Well, he does say here, it would make the Queen proud, very proud indeed. Yep. It's a shame she didn't live to see the creation of Mark and Paul's Opinion Hour. She would have loved Mark and Paul's Opinion Hour. Rest in peace, Queen.
I wonder if some of this was written under duress. I'm not sure. It's a coincidence that both sons have mailed the same week.
And he finishes it off. Have a nice day, Mark and Paul, from Mark and Paul's Opinion Hour. Thank you, Mark and Paul's Opinion Hour. So, and also...
Is that the one that smells like an elephant?
Yeah.
I'm not sure which one I said that about, but he also sent an image with it as well,
right.
What I'd like to show you. So it's what I can only describe as like a mock-up of Henry Cavill, as in Superman,
right.
wearing an Egyptian headdress, neem, as I've learned that's what that's called, with the caption, "How I be looking after hitting that evil blunt." So, I just don't know if that's a cry for help, or whether that's something you need to be across.
I think it might be.
But I just, thanks for sending that in, though, Monty.
Thank you, and Gus.
And Gus, of course.
Well done,
the
thank
fact
you.
that we've had any...
But that's it?
That's it.
Nobody else?
No, that's it. Yep, just two from Gus, one from Monty. So, but... We've had an email into the email address now. So
yeah, fair enough.
We've popped our cherry.
I can promise you that there was no duress. I didn't ask them to do that.
Yeah,
they have been listening.
I wasn't sure whether you knew or not, whether you told them to do that or not. But
they've been listening.
Yeah, well, clearly
they find it odd. Monty especially finds it odd listening to me.
Yeah, I bet. I listened to your dad do it.
It's weird, but
absolutely,
it's one of those things.
Tell your mates. Actually, is that the
demographic
we want?
I think probably not tell their mates is what they're going to be doing.
But I think that concludes the sort of analysis from previous pods.
Nice.
So that's all I've got. Unless you guys have got anything else you wanted to bring up about previous pods or anything, before we get into this topic.
The only thing I wanted to say that I don't think I pointed out in the last pod is that crashing cars and speeding's not cool.
It occurred to me as well that we didn't give a "don't try this at home" type.
It's not cool.
Yeah, it's
don't
not.
do it. My children, please, I've learnt my lessons. Hopefully you can learn your lessons through me. And I thought maybe it was a bit too long, the last one.
One of the other things, actually, with the new gear,
Yes.
we are now all being recorded on separate tracks.
Okay, nobody else cares about this but you, but
well,
carry on.
it might make a huge difference because it's
Yeah,
going to revolutionise the editing process.
Oh.
So I'm going to be able to edit out. So if we talk over each other, I'll be able to edit things like that out.
So we can edit all of Neil out.
We can edit all of Neil out,
Yeah, well, that's good that there's that.
So actually, editing it down a little bit might become a bit easier.
Neil, what's your thoughts about the last one? Because obviously we kind of listen to it in a slightly different way that you do. I mean, I know you're a part of it now, and Quizman Neil.
I feel that you should be aiming for about 90 minutes. I think that's the sweet spot.
Right.
When you did one that was a bit closer to an hour, I felt a bit shortchanged.
Okay.
So I think 90 is about right.
Yeah.
I just want to make it perfectly clear, though, that there's absolutely no way you could fight off 25 geese.
Yes.
Absolutely no way.
Preach, brother.
And
Again,
a meal is not an item from McDonald's.
Well,
Thank you.
agree to disagree.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Well,
I think...
agree to disagree on that, and I could absolutely fight 25 geese.
It's mental.
I'm going to ring the bell and we're going to crack on with
Please do.
this episode's topic.
Time now for quick fire opinions. Our topic this week, this episode I should say, is holidays, and specifically UK holidays.
I hope so, because that's what I've been doing all my research on.
And exhaustive research, right?
Yeah. No.
No. So what we've done is, because there's three of us this week, we've done three each. So I'll do mine, and then, well, I think Mark and Neil will probably fight it out to figure out who goes next.
Yeah, as long as we're going to go bare-chested and we're just going to just hammer it out on the wrestling mat.
You can go first, it's fine.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah, and so we just get on with it with the quick fires. So, my first one is, and this is quite interesting actually, having this sort of fraternal relationship here, because this might differ, but it's best childhood holiday that you went on.
Well, it's probably, we probably have both been on whichever one we're both going to say. Oh, I remember one holiday we went on where we went to Holland. And the thing that I remember in particular is that we went to this place and it was like a huge road network, but for like go-karts. Oh. And you got like pedal cars. You could go into like get a pedal car and you drive around, but you had to like obey the rules and stuff. And
don't tell me you were really considerate when you were driving around.
Well,
I was on the wrong side of the road.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Didn't he tell you? What did he say to you?
He called me like Don Johnson's sunglasses on.
That's right. He said, "Slow down, Don Johnson."
Hey, one for the kids.
But yeah, that.
Look it up.
I remember that very fondly. That was a good...
Nice. Okay, Neil?
I do remember that holiday very fondly as well. I think we might have gone to a Centre Parks or somewhere it as
A
well.
Centre Park-like place, yeah.
But-
Because they originated in Holland, didn't they, Centre Parks, I think.
Yeah.
Did they?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
But we went to the States when I was 11, Mark would have been 9.
Oh,
My granddad lived there. Oklahoma, of all places.
Yeah.
Wow.
But that was pretty cool.
Oh my God! Can I just tell a quick anecdote about that trip? So it's like, we talk about gun control in the States and that there's loads of guns.
Yep.
So we went there. I was 9, as Neil said. I fired both a rifle and a 6-shooter whilst I was there.
Okay.
My granddad was working on this big ranch, so he had access to guns. He's ex-military, so he was absolutely fine with that. His young grandchildren, grandsons turn up, and of course he gets the guns out and lets us have a play with them. Neil is left-handed, so I believe what happened, and correct me if I'm wrong, Neil,
of course he
is that he was being shown how to use the rifle,
Yep, that's
and
right.
he was being shown by someone who was right-handed. So Neil sort of picked it up, but I think he opened the wrong eye. So to try and aim it up, he moved the butt of the gun to the front of his face, basically.
Oh, no.
Squeezed the trigger, recoil.
Bolt in my nose.
Hit his nose.
Oh, no.
I thought I'd been shot.
Neil hits the deck and he's got his bloody nose. So all he knows, he's on the floor and he's bleeding, and he was convinced he'd shot himself. Which...
That fucking hurt.
Oh, I bet it did. That sounds... Man.
Yeah.
Gun crime.
Best holiday ever, though.
Best holiday ever.
holiday
I mean,
ever.
I really enjoyed it. It was great.
Nice. Okay, next one.
Yep.
Best touristy thing to do in your hometown. Now, I know that your hometown is the same as my hometown.
Yeah.
I just phrased it in that way because I thought our listeners might like to think about what it might be in their hometown.
Yeah, I see. That's nice.
See what I've done? I just tried to include, bring people in.
And email the show, markandpaulsopinionhour@gmail.com with your comments.
Even if you're not directly related to one of us.
Yeah, you don't have to be directly related to us to email us.
Yeah.
It helps, but it doesn't. It's not a necessity.
They will get red quicker.
So I have thought about this in the past, and the only thing I'm going to say is that if I was picking someone up from Bristol Airport, who was visiting Bristol for the first time, no matter where I was going in Bristol, I would take them in along the Portway.
Yeah.
So that they get the reveal of the Clifton Suspension Bridge.
Lovely.
Which I thought, no matter where I was going, I would go out of my way to take them down that route.
So that's what you would say, the Suspension Bridge is the best touristy thing about the town?
I think it's one of...
No, that's not what I asked. I asked the best touristy thing, not one of the... Not a selection.
Yeah. The Suspension Bridge.
Right, thanks. Neil!
It's supposed to be quick, snappy, I think.
Yeah,
all right, sorry.
I like taking my kids to Millennium Square. There's the fountains there, they can run around playing it, there's ice cream, there's often like a fair or something going on. It's always rammed, but the kids enjoy it.
It's an overpriced Ferris wheel.
Exactly that,
Yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Good.
What about you, Paul? What would you do?
Funnily enough, only last weekend we went to a poetry reading thing that my daughter was involved in, the SS Great Britain.
Oh, yeah, that's good.
So that's always good. And also fond memories because myself and my wife, our wedding reception was on the SS Great Britain.
Very nice.
So kind of whenever we go there, it's quite nice. And it's a bit more zhuzhy now. There's more stuff going on there and there's more sort of stuff. But yeah, I would say the SS Great Britain, I think, is...
Picking up a dime bag down Crack Alley. That's a very Bristol thing you could do, couldn't you, if you had someone with you?
Yeah.
You're looking to entertain your relatives for a day.
Right, last one. British place you're never going back to.
Yeah.
That's a tricky one.
So this is a negative, going on the negative vibes here. But some place that you've been, you're like,
I might say, controversially,
go on,
Cornwall.
Wow.
Ooh,
I know.
that is controversial.
That is controversial.
Because it's too expensive, it's too fucking busy, it takes ages to get there. You want to go down there on holiday on the M5, it takes forever to get there. There's loads of other places that are great.
Yeah?
Just as nice as Cornwall, I would argue.
Nice.
So, Cornwall.
God, he's still like
I know.
early.
Oh, I once visited Bangor, North Wales. That's a fucking long coach trip, and it is not worth it. So there you go. That's where I'm not going to go back to. Sorry, Bangor, but maybe if I lived a bit closer. But the distance really
just didn't like it. What was it about Bangor?
I went out of... It's like a bit of a holiday type thing, and I went out of season. I was visiting someone who was at university there.
The University of Bangor?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know what she was studying, but yeah.
One of the big three.
Yeah. What's the opposite of Ivy League?
Nice. So over to you, Mark.
Right, so my quick fire to you. If you were a UK holiday, what UK holiday would you be?
For fuck's sake.
Right.
That's actually a bit of a joke one. No, go on, answer it. Go on, why not?
I think I would be like one of those sort of old-fashioned crumbling seaside holidays.
Yeah.
Like a little bit of entertainment. You know where you are with it. You can walk easily along the seafront.
Oh, that's nice.
Some like Tupney Falls.
Oh, I know what you mean.
On the pier.
Tupney Falls.
I've never heard them called that before.
I know
but
exactly
I know
what you
exactly
mean,
what you
yeah.
mean. Yeah.
Have you not?
No, I've never heard that.
Oh,
I think I call them just the pushy machines.
2p
Tupney
machines.
Falls, yeah. 2p machines. Yeah, that's what I would be. Neil?
Maybe like a weekend in Butlins.
Something dumb.
Something like that, yeah.
Any question like that, it really does sort of like show your self-worth, doesn't it?
Well, you could sound like a real prick, couldn't you, with that? I'm trying to not sound like a prick.
All right, next one. Assuming you weren't paying, would you rather go to a 5-star hotel with your family or to a Pontins with your mates?
Oh, my family.
Yeah?
Completely, yeah. Generally, I'm not, because I'm not a massive drinker. I don't like, hijinks aren't my thing, really. I went on very few stag do's when I was kind of, when everybody was getting married, because I just get slightly annoyed by it.
I remember going on one stag do with you, which was Mark Doyle's.
Yes.
And we went to a right dive place in Cardiff. Remember that place we stayed?
We did.
I don't know where the hell he found that place.
We did.
Yeah.
I'm fine on a stag do as long as I can just do karaoke.
Yeah, well, that was when I did hear you Tom Jones karaoke.
Yeah, but because I was in Wales. But
course.
Generally, I'm not a big fan of it. So definitely 5-star with the family.
You'd go the luxury. And...
Yeah, and as well, because you got a 5-star hotel there, right?
Yeah.
5-star hotels have got like babysitting services and all sorts of stuff.
Right.
And you could kind of go, there you go, kids, go and do that, and I'm going to go and do nice things.
So I thought you might say something wanky like, well, my wife is my mate.
I hadn't thought of that.
She's my wife.
Neil?
I'd go 5-star all the way, yeah.
Would you?
100%.
With the kids there as well?
Yeah, fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, babysitting services. There's going to be some amazing food in the restaurant.
and nobody's
great
paying, so
bed.
you're kind of you're not paying.
Yeah,
so
I'd
you're
really go to town.
absolutely spanking it.
fair enough.
right?
All right, good. And what is the best local delicacy in the UK? So I'll mention one, just sort of get you going, or maybe what you think. But cream tea. Devon or Cornwall, I couldn't give a shit which way round the cream and the jam goes. But a good cream tea, that is a real treat.
Okay.
So along those lines, where else in the UK, food-wise, and what food?
I'm going to sound like a total hypocrite now, but I'm going to say Cornish pasty.
You're going to say Cornish pasty?
You don't have to go to Cornwall to get them, though, do you?
No, it's true. Yeah, no, they are available.
I like the
elsewhere.
pasties.
Have they got that protective
I
status?
think so, yeah.
Have they?
Yeah. Because Waitrose actually get Cornish pasties, and the factory they get them from is just inside Cornwall.
Oh, really?
Oh, is it? But like a technicality, it's like literally like one half of it's in Devon.
It's that sort of thing, yeah.
Really?
It's right on the edge.
Amazing.
I would say, I don't know whether it's from anywhere specific, but pork pie? Yeah, Melton
Melton
Mowbray.
Mowbray, innit?
Yeah.
Melton Mowbray pork pie.
All right.
Yeah, I love a pork pie.
Oh, yeah.
So that's
with a
your
hard-boiled
answers?
egg in it?
No, that's a gala pie then, isn't it?
Is it different?
Yes.
And a Cornish pasty and a Melbury, what's it called?
You're right.
Melton Mowbray pork pie.
Yes.
Snacks?
Oh, well, the mini Melton Mowbray pork pies are snacks.
Yeah.
But a full-size one is not. It's you've got to cut it up. As soon as you've got to use a utensil to eat it, it becomes no longer a snack.
Don't need a utensil to eat a sandwich. I'm just saying. Anyway, that's my quick fires.
But you cut it up, wouldn't you?
Not necessarily.
When's
Not
it
necessarily.
coming? Fair enough. Go on.
Anyway, Neil, what are your quick fires to ask?
Okay, excluding Bristol, what is the best city to go on holiday in the UK?
Oh, interesting.
Brighton.
Oh, straight in there.
My three favourite cities in the UK, Bristol, London and Brighton.
Oh, nice.
And of those, apart from, I do love Bristol, but I love Brighton. Every time I've been to Brighton, I've had an amazing time. It's great vibe, beautiful city. You got the beach there as well. I like Brighton. That is my answer.
God, he's unequivocal about that, isn't
There
he?
you go.
Brighton
Yeah.
is his answer. I think you've got to go... yeah... It depends on what sort of holiday, but I suppose holiday is fine. London, you can't go that far wrong with London. There's a lot to do in London.
Yeah.
Weekend away in London, there's shows, there's museums, there's all sorts of stuff. Everything goes on in London, doesn't it?
I did have a great little weekend, like city break to London last year.
Yeah.
With a load of mates, and we did all the touristy stuff, and we had a really good time. That was good.
I don't remember being invited to that.
Yeah, with my mates, Neil, not my
right.
big brother.
I thought it was
There's
your
a
mate.
distinction. There's a distinction there.
It's awkward now, isn't it?
Also,
is a bit awkward.
You've got young kids.
Yeah,
All
that's why I
my-
want to get away to London with my mates.
All
It
my
doesn't
mates
go,
have got- yeah.
they don't have to go with him everywhere.
No, that's true.
Right.
You can come next time.
Okay, you're on a beach, beautiful sunny afternoon.
In the UK?
In the UK.
Okay.
Yeah. Someone, your missus, a mate, whoever comes up and says, "Do you want an ice cream?"
Oh,
What do you go for?
mint choc chip.
Yeah.
Every time.
So you're talking about the
Normal
just the-
cone.
Are you talking
Normal
about
cone.
flavour,
None of
right?
this waffle bullshit.
Okay.
Normal cone, mint choc chip.
Yeah, I mean, so
You can have a lolly as well if you want.
I
thought you get a
like the
cornetto.
waffle cone, and this would be probably in Devon. And it's like sort of Devonshire ice cream, salted caramel. Can't go wrong with salted caramel.
Oh, newfangled flavours.
Yeah,
Salted caramel. I go for rum and raisin, mint choc chip, raspberry ripple. Raspberry ripple.
raspberry
A
ripple.
Oh,
good
raspberry
raspberry,
ripple
yeah.
is actually one of
It's
the best.
really good.
Yeah.
Oh, pistachio as well is pretty good.
Well, yeah, it's good. Yeah, mint choc. The original green ice
Yeah.
cream is a mint choc chip, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
good.
National Trust. Any thoughts?
Discuss. I'm for it.
You for it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't really understand what it is, if I'm being honest.
I didn't until quite recently, but
So,
I'm totally into it
What's
now.
the deal with the National Trust now?
Well, they buy up old stately homes and other things, I
Yeah.
think, and then they open them to the public. They sort of make them, like, restore them to what they would have been like in their pomp. And then there's loads of big grounds. You can have the cafes. The kids fucking love
Well,
it.
isn't it just
Yeah.
they've got a hugely lucrative portfolio of property,
Yeah.
and they're monetising that as well?
No, but
Well,
they use it. It's a charity, so they use it then to put money back into the things to keep them up together.
Yeah, it's like keeping it like in good condition for the
So
public.
it's not. So it's not for profit.
Don't know.
Yeah, I don't think it is for profit. I think it is a charity.
All
I
right.
think.
Okay.
I thought it was a bit like middle class and wanky, but the kids absolutely
Yeah,
love it.
and
Really?
you buy a
Kills a
membership
day
to the
easily.
National Trust, which you can go into lots of different
I'm
properties.
thinking
around.
of doing that. I was
Yeah.
totally against it, but I thinking
I
of doing
was
it.
totally against
I was,
it.
yeah.
Your young
morally
children,
opposed.
and
They don't-
Bobby in particular, they like going around old stately homes.
Well, they do quite like going around the homes, but there's always playgrounds, there's cafes, there's places to run around outside. It's just
I
a good
think
day
it's
out.
the democratisation of aristocratic dwellings.
Well,
Surprised
Not
myself.
expecting anyone to say
If
that
I'm
tonight.
honest. Jesus Christ.
I'm literally stunned.
Yeah.
Great. So I think that probably concludes our quickfire.
The quick fires are done. I think there were some thought-provoking quick fires there.
There was some pretty interesting stuff in there. I'm going to ding the bell and we'll crack on. Moving on now to our main topic. This is what we've all really come here to do tonight.
This is the reason for us being here.
This episode we're talking about UK holidays. So we thought we were going to talk about some of the pros, some of the cons, some of the favourite holidays we've been on. We might have touched on some of this already in like previous
This
sections.
is going to be of massive interest to some of our international listeners. That dude in South Korea,
Yeah, that one guy in South.
the one in...
We've picked up a new listener in Uganda. I noticed today. Another one.
Hello, Uganda.
Absolutely. So now we're covering South Africa and Uganda.
Good.
So we've only got like another 50 countries to go, and we would have monopolised Africa, not unlike our forefathers. But UK holidays, pros and cons. So the first pro I've got is no air travel.
Yes.
Speaking as a recovering smoker, current vapor,
Yeah, vapist.
current serial vapist, yes.
Yep.
Long plane rides. that's what they call them, right?
I think journeys,
Plane
flights.
journeys. Yeah,
you
but
could say flights, couldn't
They
you?
are the worst, in particular for smokers. I do know.
Oh, I feel for you.
Yeah, well, don't. It's
I love how he
fine.
goes to that before he talks about the environment.
Exactly. Yeah. Wow.
I do. I've heard other people talk about long flights. That's
what we're-
plane
say
flights.
that, yeah.
We
Go
can
on.
agree on flights from now
That's
on, yeah.
just, yeah.
Long flights. Yeah.
Yes. Long flighty flights.
Is that I love it. I get to spend however many hours just watching TV and movies, and I never get to do that.
No.
But as that is pretty much my life, that is not much of.
And it's
of
not the
selling
same
point.
as, I mean, watching, I get if maybe if you're in first class or whatever, but, I've never been. If you're in a normal economy seat, you're crammed in with somebody smacking the back of your seat,
Yeah.
you're watching a small screen. It's not
Oh, and
relaxing.
you're watching some movie that you really like, but with all the swearing taken out.
Yeah.
Everyone's a flipping melon farmer or what have you.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So,
Flights to places aren't so bad. It's flights home that are an absolute killer. You just want to get home, get to bed.
especially after like a stag do or something, where it's been a heavy type situation.
Again, this is very much your issues and not the flight issues.
Yeah, and also on aeroplanes, I always end up managing to be both chilly and clammy at the same time. I don't understand how they manage to do that.
That's the hangover on the way back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're probably right.
that.
So that's obviously a big pro for UK holidays. You don't have to get on a plane.
Yep. Couldn't
Fact.
agree more.
Con.
The con. I think this
A
is
con
the,
of UK holidays.
the obvious one.
Yep.
The weather. You
Yes.
know, you don't know what you're going to get with the weather.
Yeah,
That's
no,
true.
We've had
it's
some absolutely shocking weather for the last seemingly 6 months.
Yeah.
And you're camping, you want to go to the beach, just want to go out and enjoy yourself.
Yeah.
Whatever
That's-
it is, the weather screws it over.
It's absolutely true. When I was a child, we never used to go abroad. We went abroad. We went to Brittany once, and that was because for like 3 straight years in Devon, it poured down with rain. It absolutely chucked it in. We had a touring caravan that we used to. So my dad we used to put the touring caravan, 3 kids, touring caravan on the back of the car, drive down to Devon, and maybe Cornwall. And what Dad would do, because he didn't want to pay for a campsite, we would just drive down country lanes. He would find a farmhouse, knock on the farmer's door, and say, "Can we come and camp in a field?" And they'd go, "Yeah, all right." He'd give them a £5, and that's where we'd be all week
Nice.
Wow.
in the field.
Yeah.
Sometimes the farmers would bring us fresh milk in the mornings, and then we would just kind of get in the car and just go to the beach or go to, it used to be Salcombe, Kingsbridge, kind of down there. So yeah, that's why we always used to go every time.
And that sounds pretty amazing. That
So,
sounds
hang
like...
on.
Oh, it's amazing. I never kind of knew any different, really.
Yeah.
So this was when you were in the travelling community. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Where you'd rock up and the farmer would be, "Oh yeah, why don't you all come and park your caravans in my
The
field?"
next year they'd put big boulders
Yeah, I was
by
going to
the
say, because
gate.
normally the farmers are pretty cool about that sort of thing, aren't they? In my experience.
Oh, but it was good. We'd give them some money, and then we'd be there, and yeah, it would be great. And then we'd kind of go to different places. We go, and that's all we would do. And this is what when I go with my kids, because we generally go to Devon or Cornwall. That I know now we know Neil's got a particular dislike of, but we'll discuss that. But that's what we do, because I think. I'm not sure anybody, maybe my eldest has been on a flight, but the others have not flown anywhere, and that's because of nut allergies. So they've got my two boys have got nut allergies, and we were always a bit freaked out by,
There's a lot of peanuts.
There are a lot of peanuts on planes.
And,
chucking nuts everywhere.
Yeah. And then you get the people that complain, they say we're not selling nuts. And it's my human right to be by having some nuts in this aeroplane today on this EasyJet flight. So we don't tend to. So we generally tend to go on holiday in the UK, and that's why my opinion matters more than your opinions on this.
Okay.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's a pro for UK holidays. Obviously, no language barrier. So, unfortunately...
Well, it depends where you go, right?
Yeah, that's true. The deepest, darkest Cornwall, that's another reason, yeah.
Yeah.
But, so I've not been to many countries where there is just, hardly anyone speaks English.
You just shout really loudly at them.
Yeah.
That's how you get around
Slow,
that.
loud English.
But it's either you've got a language barrier or you're somewhere and you're lamenting the fact that you live in an colonial... type country with a checkered history.
The empirical nature of your presence in that country.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But, and also, if you're in, Spain or these big sort of, holiday type places where everyone's speaking English anyway.
Yeah.
But at least, but there's no chance of a language barrier if you go into the UK, basically.
That is true, but I think you could perhaps argue it the other way, that, it's a bit more exciting to go somewhere. It's more of an adventure, more
exotic.
Of a kind of... Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's a double-edged sword.
Yeah, it's true. It's true, and also if you don't go abroad, you don't get to sort of feel superior to your friends, like you're being kind of like a citizen of the world.
People that go here, there, and everywhere. Yeah, absolutely.
And don't ever fucking shut up about it. You don't get to be one of those people.
But now you do get to play the environmental card. I don't go on flights because I don't want to.
I've never done that, and that's what absolutely you should
not
do.
Allergies and the environment.
Yeah.
God,
I've got a pro. The UK is an amazing country. It's beautiful. There's so many beautiful parts of it. So varied as well.
True.
I'm gonna name some.
Go for it.
I mean, Cornwall is beautiful. Don't get me wrong.
No,
It is
it's not
absolutely
you're
amazing.
your tune
And
now.
we went on loads of amazing holidays when we were kids to Cornwall. Do you remember when we went on the aeroplane?
I don't. I've heard about these. I think I was just a little bit too young.
Maybe you didn't go.
You went on an aeroplane to Cornwall.
Yeah.
I do. Actually, that does ring a bell.
We didn't go on an aeroplane to Cornwall, but we went on an aeroplane in Cornwall just for a fly around.
Oh, wow.
I do remember
cool.
that. It's the speedboat I don't remember. I've seen a photograph of me in a speedboat on some
You were pretty
holiday,
young then. I reckon I
and
was
I've got no recollection of it whatsoever.
5 or 6, so you'd have been like 3 or 4.
Right, okay.
But yeah,
That's
that
a
was
shame.
a
like the one time I've
Torquay.
been on a speedboat and I don't remember it.
Torquay. Oh,
Torquay.
yeah, they do. Yeah.
Yeah. The Gower is where I've been going to quite
Yeah.
a lot in the last few years. That is beautiful. Down
Nice.
there. There's so many great beaches.
And are you a camper?
I am a camper.
Okay. And
Yeah.
what sort of specific type of camper are you, Nick?
I'm quite a fair weather camper.
Okay.
My
What I mean, is it a tent?
You've just been camping.
well, we was camping.
Is it a tent?
last
Are you a
weekend.
tent person?
Just got a new
Right.
tent.
Right.
He's
Got
got
a bell
he's got a
tent.
yurt. Oh, no, it's a
Bell
tent.
tent. A bell tent. Yeah.
Okay.
My partner does not enjoy camping at all, and I really like it, and the kids really like it. So I'm trying to get a setup that works for her.
Okay.
It
Nice.
didn't quite work last week as she came home because our youngest was ill.
Right.
But
How long does a bell tent take to set up?
They're dead quick.
Oh, are they?
Surprisingly quick. Yeah, you can do it on your own in 20 minutes. Easy.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's quite cool.
Yeah.
You see, my lot and my wife specifically, and me. Me really. I'm not a camper. I did a lot of years in Scouts, and stayed in tents. Didn't really like it. Wasn't really happy about the whole thing really. So sort of vowed I was never going to go in a tent again, and haven't really.
Fair enough. I think I'm done with tents as well. So
Yeah.
I do have a tent, but I've pretty much most of my camping's been at festivals.
Yeah.
And it's so bleak, and you've got to carry everything for bloody miles, so you don't take that much. So your camping setup's not that nice. It's very basic.
Yeah.
And, oh, God, going to sleep in a tent or waking up even in a tent when you're a bit hungover, it's just the most bleak thing I can imagine.
I think you've got to make it, and this is what I'm learning, and this is what I'm trying to do now, is you've got to make it as nice an experience as possible. Because it's such a good, cheap, easy way to get away.
Bringing like loads of shit with you?
Well, there is a balance, isn't there? We went away camping last week with a couple of families who my eldest daughter goes to school with their kids, and one of them, he's got all the gear and most of the idea as well. He's got some good. So I was learning quite a few good things from him.
Nice. You got to get all that information from those people who've made those mistakes.
And a roof box. I'm going to need a roof box as well.
I'm surprised you didn't get issued with one of those when you had your second child. Generally, that's sort of what happened. You get your North Face coat, and you get a roof box. That's what sort of happened. Maybe if you're in the certain part of the country, a gilet.
A gilet.
You got a gilet.
You have a gilet.
Yeah.
Or body warmer, as I call it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, maybe you're not quite there yet, mate. If you're still calling it a body warmer.
I'm going to list a couple more places, if you don't mind.
Go for it.
Yeah, go
Scotland.
Well,
that's just one more place.
Yeah, I mean,
but all of it. Well, I haven't been to all of it, but the bits I've been to are beautiful. I'd love to go up to the North Coast, to the Highlands.
I've never really done. I've gone as far as I went to Edinburgh once, and we've been just outside Edinburgh to sort of a hotel out there. But I'd like to do kind of further up in the sort of the Highlands and stuff because it does look good, but it does look a bit sort of more rugged.
I've heard from people who are petrol heads that it's amazing driving up there.
Yes, there's a good road, isn't there?
So I wasn't doing it myself, but I was once crew for a Three Peaks challenge.
Oh.
So I was driving, basically. Me and another guy did all the driving. So, we obviously drove up to Ben Nevis, and it is a phenomenal drive.
Yeah.
It is pretty cool. The other one, of course, is going to West Wales. As I mentioned it before, there's a comedy festival in a place called Machynlleth.
Yes.
Oh, the drive to Machynlleth over the mountain is unbelievable.
Across the Brecon Beacons, isn't it?
Yeah, very good stuff.
That apparently aren't called the Brecon Beacons anymore.
No.
Yeah, I can't
It's
remember.
a Welsh name.
I don't know what that name is. But
and I think that to try and pretend that we knew and just guess it would be culturally insensitive at this point.
I think it probably would.
Yeah, we probably shouldn't do that.
I've got another con for UK holidays.
Oh, it's all cons with you, isn't it?
Well, yeah, I'm just really down on the UK. But when you go to different towns, they all pretty much look the same, don't they?
Okay.
So you go to some new town or new city, and it's got all the same shops as you'd have in Bristol. So it looks exactly like Bristol. The only difference is you just don't know where anything is.
Yeah.
Which is a real pain.
So there's that sort of homogenisation of the high street in different places.
Hegemony, yeah.
You could say that about almost any city in Western Europe, couldn't you?
Could.
Or America,
Yeah,
to me, that's good. I want a Greggs. I want a Primark. I want.
At least you know what you're getting.
You want a Primark?
Yes.
What are you getting in
That's
Primark?
right. I want these things. Not necessarily to go in. I want the familiarity of it. I want to know that I'm not abroad.
No, that's fair.
And that to me is a pro.
I want to know that a steak bake I get in Cornwall is going to be the same as a steak bake I'm going to get in.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what you want. I find so. What I'm going to say. I've spent a lot of time and a lot of holidays in Devon and Cornwall in the past. God, I don't know, 16 years. We used to go to Teignmouth for a while, which is down on the Torquay, and used to like that, and that was great for the kids when they were young. And then from them, we've kind of gone a bit further down into Cornwall. We've done St Ives. St Ives was busy. It's like London in Cornwall, really. It's just kind of absolutely packed. And we've done St Austell, which is nice. A caravan park we always do there. I love Cornwall and the coast of Cornwall specifically in the autumn and winter. I love beaches like that sort of wild, windy, kind of, darkish sort of time in autumn and winter. I like that more. I don't like lots of people, and nor do the family, so we're not beach goers, but we love a walk along a beach that's kind of a bit windswept.
Right.
So that's what we kind of, we go down there in the autumn half term quite often. And
quite an image you're painting there, Paul. I like it.
Evocative. What I try and do is paint an image with words, Neil.
Well, you've totally succeeded.
Yeah, it's what you've listened to the other pods, and definitely I'm like the Picasso. No, that's not good, is it? Van Gogh? Because you don't want to be the Picasso because then the beach would be
You'd want to be an impressionist. No, Picasso's an impressionist, isn't he?
Rory Bremner. You're thinking of Rory Bremner.
Oh, yeah. That's right. Yeah, I am.
Sorry, he's an impressionist.
Yeah.
So that's my pitch. I think that if I was telling somebody to go, I'd go in the autumn, sort of late autumn, down to Cornwall to St Austell, just along there on some of those beaches, just kind of that sort of windswept, cold, blowy, but kind of you can get into a pub and you can, with a roaring fire on. Yeah, that's where that is the pinnacle for me.
I think there's probably lots of. I haven't been, but I've heard people say that the East Yorkshire coast, Robin Hood's Bay, that kind of area, Whitstable. I think there's lots of similar kind of places up there. So
I think you're right. I think that sort of that vibe. That's where we want to go sort of soon. I think we want to kind of travel a bit up.
You see, I've just got no experience of anything that you're talking about. All the travel I do in the UK, it pretty much has all been to go on sessions. It's all been stag do's or festivals, and I don't really go on holiday like in the UK that much. Like where I in the past would have spent money going away on holiday, I've just spent it on going to a festival or something.
So this is the thing. This is the funny thing that when I was writing this stuff down, and one of the things I've got written down here is, I don't think I've truly relaxed for 16 years. Right? And that is because when people say holiday, right, to me, it's not what everybody imagines. To me, I suppose holiday is spending time with the family that I wouldn't normally. Yeah. But it's not necessarily a relaxing time because as a father, and Neil will know this, and not rubbing it in, Mark, but, you're not.
I'm fine with my choices.
Yeah, fine. There's always something going on. You're always thinking about, God, what are we going to do tomorrow? And and going back to last week's episode, my God, how I'm in the middle of Cornwall. How the fuck am I going to charge my car? Because I can't go anywhere. Yeah. And then God, what are we going to eat tonight? Are we going to go? Are we going to go to that pub? And especially, again, I'm not bringing it up again. I'm not, but nut allergies and allergies. I can't just go to that pub and that pub, and you got to go there. It's just constant. And then it's they go to bed, and you got to read them a story, and you might get. Maybe when they're younger, you might get sort of an hour or two in the evening where you can watch a film.
Right.
But then they're up in the morning and it's a tent or a caravan or a flat, and they're trying, and it's not as relaxing as it would be at home, because at home you kind of go, go do this, and there's your garden and there's your Xbox and your whatever.
It's a really interesting point, I think, because that's what I've totally find, that whenever you go anywhere, your home is set up for what you need.
Specifically.
And you go anywhere else. You
almost do it on purpose.
Yeah, you go anywhere else and it totally isn't.
That's why camping with a family it makes no sense to me whatsoever, because you're just furthest removed from that than you possibly
But it's almost like taking away all that other stuff makes you kind of, it focuses the mind.
Right.
It does make you think, because sometimes, and like you say, that you can get too, and I'm guilty of this, you can get too kind of set in that way of, I'm not leaving the house because everything is perfect here. Sometimes that's not good for me or the kids, right? You need to take them out of their comfort zone, and me out of my comfort zone, and be thinking, God, what am I going to do now? Where am I going to go?
It's often occurred to me that when I see parents taking children to places, that I imagine that from the parents' perspective, it's I feel a pressure to be providing experiences for my children.
Yeah.
So taking my children on a holiday and showing them something different, whether that's artistic or cultural or historical, this is my duty. It's my duty to provide these experiences. Not even that,
but just fun. Just that sort of stupid fun.
But it seems that it's like I must, no matter how miserable it's going to make me, I feel a duty to do this. And is this not like one of the overarching impetuses from a parents to take their children away?
Just killing time. That's what you're doing.
Right.
You're just trying to fill the time between they wake up in the morning and go to bed in the evening.
Yeah.
I mean, it sounds
simple
having
as
kids
that.
sounds amazing.
Yeah.
You guys make it sound so cool.
It's amazing. But for me, there's a legacy thing, because what I think about when I was a kid, we didn't have big fancy holidays. We used to go down to Cornwall, like I said, and kind of but it was spending that time with my dad, who was always at work and what have you, that I remember.
Yeah.
And there is that thing in the back of your head that I'm always thinking, my God, when they're my age, they're going to be thinking about this stuff, and have I done a good enough job of filling their time with the stuff that they're going to remember? So sometimes you can't just kind of go, we're just going to just walk along this path.
Although from our holidays when we were kids, so I'm sure our parents did a fabulous job in taking us out and doing stuff with us. But I also remember, like Neil and I in particular, entertaining ourselves. In fact, we mentioned this not that long ago, but I think we were in France on a beach.
Yeah,
and we had like a a stone
It was
from
a peach stone, I
a
think.
peach pit stone thing, and we were in the sea, and we spent the entire day basically just playing catch in the surf with this one peach, which makes us sound like waifs, doesn't it?
Couldn't afford a
It's
peach.
like,
It's like tragedy porn. It's
memory
like one of those kind of
me as well.
memoirs that you see, like, you know, a child called
it's
it.
like this came up in some therapy recently. It's like a repressed memory of
A
mine.
child called Pitt.
Oh.
Okay.
You are good, aren't you?
Sorry, I've brought
Well,
that
It's
down.
amazing being in the room watching it happen.
Letting daylight in upon magic here, Neil.
I think that holiday, though, and I can't remember exactly how it's set up, but it was like there was like a sort of river and going into the sea, and so basically the sea got deep and then got shallow again, but there was really big waves where it was shallow, and so we were sort of standing up in big waves, throwing peaches and diving around.
That's it, diving
Nice.
big beach.
Yeah,
And it's funny, isn't it? Because, and I should realise it really, you can't plan these things. It doesn't matter. You can't plan what somebody remembers, right?
Exactly.
Your parents would have probably thought, they're just, my God, we better do something good with them tomorrow because all they've done today is thrown a peach pit at each other in the sea. Whereas that's what you remember doing.
Yeah, indeed.
Madness.
So, do we want to talk about some of our favourite holidays? So, I don't have lots here. If I was going to recommend one thing to do in the UK holiday-wise,
Yes, go on.
it would be go to the Edinburgh Festival.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
So I've gone a few times now, and I've spent I've done a couple of days, but a week at the Edinburgh Festival.
Yep.
If you are into performing art, you just can't do any better, because Edinburgh is absolutely beautiful. Accommodation is ridiculously expensive, in all fairness, because it's at such a high premium. But if you're at all into stand-up comedy, or indeed pretty much any other sort of performing art, it's a hell of a thing. It's a great vibe. It's a beautiful city, and there is the world's greatest performing artists all ascend on Edinburgh for a month, basically.
It was funny, just this week, I think it was Thursday evening, I was speaking to a mutual friend of ours who had been with you to the Edinburgh Festival.
Is it Darren, by
Darren,
any
who
chance?
was trying to convince me to go again at some point. Which
Right.
I can remember, I think at one point I was going to go with the two of you years ago, but didn't end up doing it because I'm flaky.
But it's a good trip. Edinburgh Festival, thoroughly recommend that.
Nice, okay. So for me, I think you can't go, like I said, any better than Cornwall. If I was doing, anything, I know Neil, and he's absolutely looking at me daggers at the moment. It's almost.
I'm just being controversial. I'm a shock jock.
He's like the Piers Morgan of this podcast. He's just saying things just to get a rise up. It's for clicks. It's clickbait.
Neil put his finger on it earlier, though. The drive to and from Cornwall is usually an absolute fucking nightmare.
So here's what you do, right? So the drive there. Nothing you can do about it, right? But these days, and you just give the kids an iPad, or they've got their phones, and they don't care. You just go down, fine. You give them some food, fine. On the way back, what we always do, we go back in the night.
Right.
So we leave at 11 o'clock at night.
Oh, okay.
And just absolutely.
What you need, and I don't know why the sort of business people of Cornwall haven't all clubbed together. Why Big Cream Tea hasn't paid for like a 5-lane highway all the way down to the Lizard.
Yeah.
From the Exeter, from the end of the M5, it goes into 5 lanes and it goes straight through all the way down.
Just take away some of the sort of the inherent beauty of Cornwall.
Yeah, but it would shave like an hour off the journey. So
I was thinking like a monorail,
Oh, monorail. Or maybe it goes subterranean.
like
needs
a hyperloop, like one of those Elon Musk hyperloop things.
I've never really heard of a hyperloop.
It's a magnetic vacuum thing underground that goes fast. Anyway, don't ask me any more questions.
This is
Move
killing
on.
Phil.
Phil's in the corner going, I'm the fucking science guy here,
Yeah.
and you absolute muppets you don't know. It's something to do with magnets.
I feel like this is definitely something you can cover at the beginning of the next episode.
Magnets, levitating.
Oh, God.
I don't think I'd get in one though.
Is it like the Timothy Dalton Bonds where he does that?
No, I'll tell you what it's like.
Go on.
I'll tell you what it's like. You know, in Tesco, when they have, or maybe Waitrose, I don't know anymore.
Oh, yeah.
When they have,
The
they
vacuum
put the
tubes.
money in,
Yeah.
right, and they got the tube, and they put it in, and it goes like that,
Yeah.
up into the sky,
Yeah.
and then I think it goes to, like, the bank.
It goes all the way to the bank. Yeah. No, that tech sounds legit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Questions?
Neil, do you want to finish this off with your perfect UK holiday? You want to just crystallise what that is for
Well,
us?
what I've done, if it's okay, is I've just listed 3 holidays I've had, different types of holidays
Yeah.
that I think are great.
Go for it.
So a mate's holiday,
Yep.
I'm saying
Yeah.
the Green Man Festival.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Brilliant. Brecon Beacons. It's a lovely.
That's
sort of
a
festival.
real musos festival.
Is it?
Yeah. You're not going to get any.
Can you give me an example of some of the popular beat combos that I might see there?
I've seen Neutral Milk Hotel there. Ever heard of them?
First Aid Kit we saw there.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. I've heard of them. They're
Yeah.
like the country music.
Yeah,
people.
yeah.
Kate Tempest.
That one the first one you made up, obviously.
I didn't. They were actually very.
That's
They
something that
headlined,
you've
didn't they?
seen in the middle aisle of Lidl.
No, that's a legitimate band that I have seen
Can
there.
you say it again?
Neutral Milk Hotel.
They
Yeah,
are
very
real.
good. They were good.
War on
They played
Drugs.
some good stuff with
They were
us.
good.
War on Drugs?
Yeah, War on Drugs.
I saw they do. It's very folky, so you get some really traditional folk bands on
Right.
during the day. Normally, it's not. They're not a headline with
No.
like some Morris dancing or anything.
Okay,
But
next
yeah.
type of holiday?
Next time on holiday, just me and my missus going away. There's a place called the Beckford Inn down in Wiltshire, quite near
nice.
Longley, actually.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, as it goes. And it's just a really lovely country pub. It's quite simple.
Oh.
The food's good. It's just go for walks.
Is it
in the
sexy?
daytime.
Is it like heart-shaped bed
So
that vibrates and stuff like
sexy,
that?
yeah.
You
Yeah,
put 50p in and the bed.
Yeah.
bed
Towel.
vibrates.
got
Towels
it.
shaped into
You got
swans.
it. You know how to romance someone, don't you, there, Mark?
Oh, burn. Oh, wow. Too soon. Go on.
Actually, I don't. So the joke's on you. The joke's on you and every woman who's sadly ever had to be romanced by me.
Or not.
My final one is a family holiday. We went to a cabin in the Gower, right by Three Cliffs Bay.
Nice.
It was a tiny little cabin, but it was really sort of nice. We were there 4 days. It was beautiful weather every day. There was a hot tub.
Everybody talks about the Gower to me, and I need to go, I think.
Yeah, I don't even know where it is. I'm guessing that's Wales, right? The
Yeah,
Gower?
it's just
Yeah.
like beyond Swansea.
Okay.
It's a
So the
peninsula.
Mumbles.
That way.
Oh, the Mumbles. We
That's-
went to
yeah, that's
Is
Gower.
that the Gower? Ah, okay. Right. Got you. Excellent. Good stuff. So I think that probably concludes
I
that
think we
section,
pretty
then,
much
doesn't it?
put that to bed, that whole thing.
Should I say that I think that I am in favour of UK holidays?
Good.
Oh, so that's where we landed it. Okay.
Yeah. In
I'm-
favour
I'm
of...
coming out as a thumbs
I'm,
up for me.
I would say that I'm ambivalent. And Paul?
Oh, I'd say definitely I'm in favour of them.
Great.
In
So
fact, I don't think anybody should be allowed to go anywhere else.
I think then that we've really nailed our flags to the mast on that one. All right, here we go.
Quiz time!
Well, it's interesting you should say that because I have done the jingle for the quiz that we've been promising.
Oh,
You ready for it?
yes.
I wouldn't get too excited, but
Okay.
here we go.
Quiz time.
Yeah, so
I absolutely love it.
how long do you think it took me to do that?
A day and a half.
Not quite that long, but longer than it should have, given the quality, to be honest. Anyway, that's the new jingle for the quiz.
Great.
Can we have it once more, please?
Yeah, one more time, okay.
Quiz time.
And that's it now. I don't even if we have the technology to do it better in the future. I
Very
think
few
that's our
people
one
know that Hans Zimmer did the
That's how we started.
Well, no, he did the Going for Gold theme tune. Hans Zimmer.
Did he really?
Yeah, it does,
No way.
No, that's an
Is that-
absolute, that's a fact.
Oh, wow.
And so I very much think that with this quiz jingle, I'm setting myself on the way to be, a composer of film scores.
You wouldn't think that I'm a classically trained harpist, would you?
You wouldn't do that.
All right, anyway, I'm going to hand over to Neil now for the quiz. Oh, and just to recap, it's currently 4.5 to Paul,
Yes.
3.5 to me. Oh, and I should also say, I was a little bit ashamed of myself. And listening back, I wasn't very magnanimous with my victory last time. And I felt bad, and I apologise.
I think that, there's being a sore loser or a graceful winner, and I think that you weren't either of those things.
Well, I mean, I certainly wasn't a sore loser because I absolutely creamed you. I'm doing it again.
Yeah,
I'm so
you've
sorry.
fallen into
it's
it
so
again,
easy.
haven't you?
It's just like, but anyway, I'm going to try and keep a bit of a lid on it tonight and not be such a massive prick. So
I think it was clear your excitement came across. I think that's what you could tell, isn't
Yeah.
it?
it was real. It was a real,
It did
honest
feel very
response.
real, yeah.
To be fair to him, he needed a win.
Yeah.
Really fucking needed that win. Anyway,
Just be glad he kept his trousers on.
Well,
oh, that's Neil's normal trick. Neil always beats me at Trivial Pursuits, and he has got a nasty habit of once he wins, especially if he's had a few, he will remove his trousers. That's like his go-to.
I would
winning
like to
move,
say I don't always win, and I don't always take my trousers off.
Is it like
Usually wins.
the end of Mortal Kombat, where there was a
it's like one of
special
those.
move that they did when they won?
Yeah.
Niels was taking his
Take
trousers,
his trousers off.
Fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes I stand on the chair
Finish him.
whilst I'm doing it.
No, sorry, finish him and taking his
I was
trousers
going
off.
to say, take his trousers off and then finished himself. But
Yeah, no, fair enough. Sorry.
Anyway,
Apologies. Go
we're
on,
going to
Neil.
hand over to Neil now. Neil,
Okay,
you are in charge.
Right, Quizman Neil, here I
Take
am.
us in hand.
Quizman is just a normal guy.
push some quiz at us.
So, this is loosely based on holidays.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Good.
Yep. And it also needs to be said that it is very, very much based on the Nick Knowles quiz show, Who Dares Wins.
Okay.
You're familiar with that.
I'm not at all familiar with it. Never
Right.
heard of it.
God,
so-
I
It
love
is a
Nick Knowles.
great quiz show. I'm
Nick
not a
Knowles
big-
is a man's man, isn't
He
he?
is,
You
isn't
like
he?
Nick Knowles?
Yeah, oh, who doesn't?
Yeah.
I don't like him that much, but I do like Who Dares Wins.
Okay.
So basically, Who Dares Wins is there's to be 3 rounds. There's
Okay.
a topic. You have to, in each round, you have to bid against each other as to how many answers you can give.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
You keep on bidding until one of you says go for it.
Yeah.
Whoever's then has the highest bid
Yeah.
has to say the number of answers they say they can give.
Got
Okay,
it.
nice.
Get it.
If they get them, they win. If they
Right.
don't, the point goes to the other person for doing absolutely nothing.
Got you.
Nice.
All
I
right,
like it.
I like it. Yeah.
I like
3
it. Can I
rounds.
just, again, reiterate my love for Nick Knowles?
Yeah. I think.
I want it on record somewhere.
I don't think
Noted.
anyone's in any doubt as to how you feel about Nick
His
Knowles at this
work
point.
on DIY SOS The Big Build
What was
is some of the best of the BBC, in my opinion.
what was his background? Was he like a journalist, or was he? How did he get into his?
He
his
was
career?
He was a pimp.
What's
I know, I've no idea.
like
I
an
have no idea what he
unconventional
was.
route into.
You'd be
like,
surprised, actually.
television
Yeah, you'd be
You'd
presenting.
be surprised. Hugh Edwards got into the
Yeah.
journalism
Really?
the same way.
Yeah, he had a stable of girls.
Yeah.
Go on.
So, 3 rounds. So, someone's going to win every round. There isn't any need for a tiebreaker, just to make that point clear.
Right.
So-
Okay,
Got
nice.
you.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, also, I haven't decided on who's going to go first.
Okay.
Does anyone have a preference?
Mark.
Has anyone got a coin?
No, but I
Really?
tell you what I have got. I've got an app on my phone which
Oh,
is
yeah,
a
go for it.
Toincos?
Twinkos.
A Toincos app. This is absolute gold for a podcast. This is.
Absolute gold.
Oh, lovely stuff. Okay, here we go. Coin flip. I've selected a pan coin. Is that all right for everybody?
Seems fair.
Heads or tails, Mark?
Heads.
There we go.
It is heads.
It is heads.
You can choose it, Mark, first.
You can
or
choose
second.
first or second.
So, I mean, I'll go first. Why not?
Okay, right. So, first round is you're going to do a coast-to-coast USA driving holiday.
Okay.
You're in your car. What car would you have for that, Paul?
Oh, if you'd have a Mustang. You'd have
Mustang.
to have like a 65 Mustang drop head.
I'd have a caddy, like a Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas type style caddy.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you can have whatever car you want.
All right.
That's
okay.
not part. That's not part of it.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
You're in LA,
Yep.
sunny California.
Okay.
Yep.
What you need to do is drive from state to state
Yep.
to get to the other coast. You can go whichever route you want. But
Okay.
obviously, you need to go from one state to one that's touching it.
Yes.
Right.
Okay. Yep.
So, how many in order?
Yep.
California is where you are.
Yeah.
So that's not one. The next one is how many states connected to California and then connected to that one and so on.
Oh,
Can you
you've
name?
got to do it in order.
You have to do it in order.
Right. Okay. So, Mark, you've got to go first to say how many that you think.
I could do 3.
Okay. Go on then.
So
Is that it?
Yep.
Yep.
So is,
I'd
L,
be
is
terrible
LA,
at this.
LA's not one.
So LA, California is where
Yeah.
you are.
Yeah.
So it's a state connected to California. California is not one. That is right.
Right. Okay.
So you need to name 3 states, and I've got a little map here so I can.
So I'm going to go from LA. I'm going to go to Nevada.
Yes.
Okay.
Then I'm going to go to
That's one.
from Nevada. I'm going to go to Utah,
Yes. 2.
and then from
2.
Utah, I'm going to go to New Mexico.
No.
Oh, damn it!
Although, actually, this
on.
is a little bit of.
Because it's not it's going south. It's not going.
I mean,
east.
are they connected? They're kind of. That's Utah. That's New Mexico.
Oh,
Sorry.
it's diagonally connected.
Oh,
That's
hang on.
connected.
We need
Oh,
a
no.
neutral observer here.
Oh, well, thank God Phil came then.
What do you say,
So,
Phil?
Phil.
So Utah's there. Sorry, I need to get close to the mic. Mark's saying New Mexico is his next. Is that connected?
Oh,
Oh, he's
Phil.
not making good faces.
I seem to remember from maybe Breaking Bad.
Oh,
There's a bit where
there we go.
Jesse goes there and he's right on the 4 states. So, is it yes?
Just say, Phil.
It's a yes.
It's a yes.
It's a yes.
It's a yes, people. And yeah. Oh, great. It's a yes. I've won the round.
Okay, the neutral observer. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
Perfectly satisfied with that.
That's fine. Well done, Mark.
That was a little bit of a controversy I didn't predict happening.
All
right,
interesting. That's fine.
But yeah, we had our independent.
We've got the UN over here.
Yeah, so it's 1 to Mark. I'll just make a note of that. Round 1.
Round 1 to Mark. I'm sure you don't need to make a note of it. He's written it somewhere.
Right. Next round. It's similar. They're all pretty similar.
Okay.
This time, you're on a European rail holiday.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
You're starting at Charles de Gaulle in Paris.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You need to go anywhere across Europe you so choose.
Yeah.
But obviously you need to go from one country to one that's connected to it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this time we'll come to you first, Paul. How many countries? Can you
Where
say?
am I going?
Anywhere you want, but you're starting in France.
Oh, okay. Right.
And presumably you can't cross sea or a sea or any sort of body of water to get to it.
So in
presumably.
this particular round, it is possible, I guess, that there are rail lanes that are connected across the sea.
Yeah.
Like, the Channel Tunnel.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
But that's not what we're doing here. It's
Okay.
just that they have a land border.
You've got a land border.
border.
Okay.
All right. Okay.
I will say I will go for 3.
So sorry, where are we going again? So it's France.
You're starting in France, and you can go anywhere you want. You're
Anywhere
into
we want.
railing.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm saying 3 is my starter.
So I will go, and it's all got to stay in Europe. Oh, it would have to. Yeah.
You could go beyond Europe if you can get that far, but
Yeah.
you got to get pretty far before you get out of
I
Europe.
see. Okay.
Yeah.
So you've gone 3.
Yes, I have, Mark.
I'll try a 4.
Okay, I'll go 5.
Go for it.
Okay.
Name that tune.
Oh,
Right.
Here we go. Okay, so from France, I will go to Switzerland.
Yes.
That's 1.
That's 1.
One.
From Switzerland, I will go to. I was thinking about it. I'll go to Luxembourg.
That's not right.
Oh no!
Oh, isn't. I'm terrible at geography. This
Oh.
is a bad quiz for me.
Five.
That means Mark's 1.
It does
It
actually.
does mean I've won, but we'll do the last one for fun.
Yeah.
Go
Okay,
on.
so final one.
Okay.
You're in England.
Yes.
Yep.
You're in Cornwall of all places.
Oh, okay, here we
Okay,
go.
yeah.
Let's
You've got
see
your
if I can
bike.
See what I'm doing
Your
here.
bicycle.
Yes.
You need to go from county to county.
Yep.
So it's counties.
Yeah. Okay.
You got it.
Is it how far do I think I could ride on a bicycle?
Exactly.
Because this would be quite a short quiz.
Cornwall. That's it. Yeah.
So
Okay.
Mark, back to you. So counties from Cornwall. How many can you?
Counties from Cornwall. I reckon I could go. I'll go 4.
Paul?
Okay. See, that's an interesting first one because if I say 5, could I do 5?
No.
You see, it gets a bit murky, doesn't it, when it comes up this way? Because Avon's not a county
It's
anymore.
not a county
is it?
anymore. No. Presumably you could have Bristol there. That's a county, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, greater. I don't know. It gets a bit murky.
Judging by like the sort of pre-populate when you have to populate addresses and stuff,
Yeah.
Avon still exists in
Still exists
certain websites.
in those, yeah. I will. Sorry, I'll go 5.
5 it is.
I mean, if history has taught us anything, that
Yeah.
Paul's not going to be
No.
able to do 5. So
But he does know the way to Cornwall.
I'll
so-
tell you what. I'll go 6. I'll try 6.
Okay, go for 6.
6. Here we go.
All right.
Yeah.
So from Cornwall, I'm going to Devon.
Because that's
1.
the only border, isn't it, with Cornwall, I think.
That is correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
I
And
knew
then-
that. I knew that much.
Okay, so that's 1. So then from Devon, I'm going to go for.
Hertfordshire.
I'm going to go with
Hunt.
from Devon to Somerset.
That's 2.
Yes, nice.
From Somerset, I'm going to go to Bristol.
This is where
Bristol is its own county now,
I
right?
don't know. I don't think it
Is
is.
it not?
I think it's a unitary
So
authority.
what is Bristol in then? So Bristol's not. I thought that it used to be an Avon. Now it's its own county. Yeah,
It's
yeah. I'm getting the nod from Phil
Okay,
here.
if Phil's given the nod, then
Yeah.
Oh,
then
what the? I thought it was a unitary authority, not a council, not a
He
county.
didn't clarify whether he was talking about ceremonial counties or not. There's at least 5 different definitions of what constitutes a county.
Christ.
But I don't believe you can get there from Somerset. You can get there from North Somerset, which is its own.
Oh. So for the benefit of the listeners, they wouldn't have heard that.
For the benefit of the tape.
Phil is telling me that Bristol, technically, given the parameters of the quiz that Neil's given, technically is okay.
I'm still not buying it.
It's just that Bristol isn't connected to Somerset, because there's Somerset, then North Somerset, and Bristol touches North Somerset. So I believe I'm out then.
Yeah.
So
What if we say that
Yeah.
it's okay
yeah,
for now? Because you've won anyway.
okay.
Yeah.
What if we say, so you've done
Yeah, but hang on,
Devon-
I'm not having it to be a whitewash.
Somerset?
Well,
no,
we'll see.
no.
Hang on.
Just for the...
Whoa.
So if I went with Bristol,
So it doesn't count.
It
we're
doesn't
saying.
count.
He's fucked it already.
He's lost it, but let's
Right,
just
so
say he hasn't.
2-1.
Yeah.
Fine.
2-1.
Okay, I'll take
Right.
it. But,
Yeah.
but so let's say, okay, go on.
So let's
Bristol.
assume I can go Bristol. So
Yeah.
then I'm going to go South Gloucestershire.
South Gloss, yeah.
Then I'm going to go to
Gloucestershire, you might as well, hadn't you?
Yeah.
Then I'm going to go from Gloucestershire to Warwickshire.
Yep.
Oh.
And that's 6, bitches. I mean, that was a wonderful quiz, and I'm really happy to
Does
have been part
Warwickshire
of it.
border Gloucestershire?
Does, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, I would have thought that was further
So
up.
you've sort of got...
I would have gone
Hereford.
I would have gone Worcestershire.
Well, they're Hereford on one side, then Worcestershire, then Warwickshire, and then Oxfordshire.
No, Gloucestershire's quite big.
Yeah, even Berkshire's got a small border with it.
That's it.
And Wiltshire.
Oh, there we go. And
Yeah.
educational, not entertaining, but educational. that is. So Mark wins that there. Yeah. No, it's fine. 4.5. Mark's got written up there. Yeah, and he's written something actually quite offensive on his bit of paper there.
That's not true, Paul. Come
yeah.
on.
So I'm sorry.
Listen, I know I've been less than cool about this sort of stuff in the past, but I've turned over a new leaf, and there's no way I would have just called you a cunt. There's just no way that I would have done that.
Let's just point out that all that's happened there is you've scored an equaliser. That's it.
Yeah,
we're equal.
We're even Stevens now.
So you're just pulling up next to me. You're not in front.
Not yet.
So I don't know why there's this air of celebration in the room.
It's a certain, amount of momentum that I've built up, isn't it? So
Momentum is quite often stopped by a brick wall.
Anyway,
And that's what you're going to come up against
Neil,
next
it
quiz.
was so wonderful to have you come and do the quiz with us tonight and do that live.
It was all right.
But yeah,
I was. Do you know what I mean? Nothing that couldn't have happened remotely. I'd just say Phil needed to clarify at least 2 of those things.
yeah. Well, the one
that could have been clarified. It could have. Yeah, that's one of the reasons I didn't get any right.
Didn't
Was
go
that-
as smoothly as I thought it would.
There wasn't the clarity of the rules that I thought there would be with him in the room.
Well, that's something that Neil can just work on for next time.
And I will.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
do. I will.
Terrific.
Yeah, no, I think that it'd just be better.
Yeah. Okay. Fair.
Just try and do a little bit better.
Yeah.
I think that's good advice for us all, though, right?
Isn't it just? But Neil more than most of us.
Specifically me.
Specifically Neil.
Before we really start laying into Neil a little bit too much, I'm just going to ding the bell just to conclude the quiz. Here we go. And that brings us to the end of this episode. And I'd just like to thank Neil again for coming along and doing the quiz.
It was all right.
There was one other sound effect that I thought might encapsulate what happened to Paul in the quiz
What's
quite
that, Mark?
well.
Here we go.
That was one of the stock sounds that came with our new
Oh,
recorder.
was it? Yeah, just happened to be there. I wonder if it would have happened to be there if you'd have lost the quiz.
No,
it
wouldn't
have come.
have.
Yeah, wouldn't have come with it then, would it?
There would have been.
Is there a cheering or?
It was
is
like
there...
an old woman crying, basically.
But and you've just recorded that yourself somewhere.
Yeah, that's just something I just happen to have.
Exactly.
It's a hobby as much as anything else.
But we've had a lot of fun this episode. We've
Loads.
talked a lot about UK holidays. Neil has very kindly come along and given us the quiz, and it's been great to have you in the room with us, Neil. Have you enjoyed yourself?
It's been a lot of fun. Yeah.
Lots
I've really
of fun.
enjoyed it. Thanks for inviting
I've
me.
had a lovely day. I came with nothing. I'm going to leave with nothing.
It's nice. I mean, it must.
Well,
be...
hang on. I'm not being paid.
Oh,
I was led to believe.
We need to discuss that, don't we? At a later stage.
You're being paid with life experience.
Yeah.
That's what you're
Right.
getting
That
paid
was not
with.
my understanding.
I mean, for somebody, I think, just a normal guy like you, who just probably, I mean, what would you have been doing tonight? Probably nothing. Sat watching a Anton Deck's Saturday Night Takeaway.
I mean, that season's finished already, so it's
Right.
Britain's Got Talent
We
tonight,
know
actually.
Britain's Got Talent. So, okay, you know, to come and be on a popular podcast like ours,
With over 300 listens,
no, 300 downloads. Well, we've still got to figure out how long they have to listen to it
I don't
to be
really
anyway.
know what that means.
So yeah, but you know, that must be quite a thrill for you.
Just call it 500 quid, it's fine.
call it a monkey, and I'll go at cash.
Yeah.
Let's
Cash
forget
works.
the tax,
Cash
man.
works.
Fine.
Anyway, so just to recap on the socials, if you want to contact us, please
Yes.
do. Now some people have. It proves that the email does work. Oh, I've also set up a little nice reply to the email. So if you email us, you get a lovely little reply saying thanks for your support.
Nice.
Listen out in future episodes. You might get read out.
Nice.
So that's a nice little touch that I did.
I've set up our Instagram now, so
Oh,
we're
have
at
you?
Mark and Paul's Opinion Hour on Instagram.
You've got to be on the
Fantastic.
socials, haven't you?
You've got to be all over these
Across
socials
this, got to be across the
these
socials.
days. Funnily enough, my kids were saying we need a TikTok channel so that we can, you know how a lot of these podcasts now that they're visual as well, you get
Yeah.
clipped. And
I
I
don't
said
think that's
no.
a good idea.
I said no.
No.
I don't want the Chinese knowing what we're doing.
Yeah.
I just don't want it to happen.
But and also, if you're listening to this and you like it, do subscribe. That's important.
Yeah.
I've
Leave a
subscribed.
comment
On the thing,
on the thing. Leave a comment. 'cause it'd be
underneath
nice to-
mine saying
Yeah.
it's amazing.
And like maybe funny stuff, maybe you might think the same. If somebody else wrote funny stuff, it would mean a little bit more, wouldn't it? It's a bit hollow coming from one of us, I
Yeah,
think.
that's fair, I think. I just wanted to give us a bit, I just
Yeah.
wanted to look at it and just kind of have a little boost.
And do check out any future episodes. We'll probably have another one out in a couple of weeks. Hey, maybe Neil will be back again if he's free. You're always welcome back, Neil.
Always
Let's
welcome back.
talk about it off air.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. let's just do the negotiations.
Let's get the money thing sorted out
yeah, exactly.
first
Yeah.
next time.
Contracts and
Okay.
all that.
Get my
Good
guys
stuff.
to talk to your guys, and I'm sure we
Yes,
can work
yeah,
something
exactly.
out.
Yeah.
Anyway, with that, I'm going to ding the bell and we are going to finish this episode. Thanks for listening.
Thanks.